relationship, but no fingers by me. Mr. Get off, I get off at my feet.
They said, what music do you want? I was just like, match my vibe. That's how I feel about it. I gotta adjust this stuff here. It's just how we do it. All right, guys. Y'all having a good time so far? Keep it going for Jerry. It's Jerry. Jason fucked up. It's not Jerry. He's not a good man. He doesn't remember people's names. No, keep it going for Jason as well. We actually host that podcast that was mentioned together, so that it's good. We're doing that together. But guys, I'm very happy to be here. Give it up for yourselves for getting out of the house. Like we're doing it. Earlier today, you were like, I'm going to a comedy show later, right? Yeah. Right? And now we're actually doing it. That's amazing. It's happening right now. Like you always think about things that are gonna happen. Let's think about what's happening right now. This is live comedy. It's amazing. Are we excited? To applaud like 4 times so far, and I haven't even told the jokes. I don't know, but I'm happy to be out of the house myself. It's been an interesting time lately. I quit my job recently, and someone just say what? It's not a difficult concept. I was a 7th grade teacher, and Jared, I think there's a few teachers in here. Yeah. I quit for a good reason. I quit to follow my dream. I'm doing comedy full time, which is very exciting for me. And yeah, sure, fine. And between that and DoorDash, I make a great living. It's good, as long as I keep selling weed, obviously. And substitute teaching, because that's where I sell the weed. Kids, parents, other teachers. I sold to the Wake County superintendent once. It hit triple the money. Doesn't know anything. Rich people, I don't know. I had to be done. It got too weird. Teaching's weird. It was already weird, and it kept getting weirder with like the pandemic and stuff. It wasn't the 2020 year though that did it. The OG pandemic year. That's not the one that did it for me. It was that 21-22 weird in between year. Yeah. That was it. It was just like in my district, kids had on masks most of the year. And then about March or so, they stopped wearing them, became optional. That first day back with no masks on was jarring. Like, you think you know what they look like. You're wrong! They are uggos. Across the board, 7th graders. Some of them will be fine later, but all of them are bad now. Like I had this one kid, like what I thought he looked like compared to what he actually looked like. Like he was just so shockingly ugly. I just gave him detention. I didn't even mean to. It just came out of my mouth. He was like, "Why, Mr. Williams?" I was like, "Catfishing is why." Dylan, you can't make me think that you're going to look normal and then look like that. You don't appreciate that at all. In case you're tempted to feel bad for him, which it sounds like you don't, which is great. Just keep in mind, nothing that I could say about them could be even remotely as mean as the stuff that they said about and to me. Not even close. Like I gave my students an essay one time, right? And we use MLA format. And if y'all don't...
Yeah!
Yeah, fucking nerd. MLA, yeah! Where my AP people at? Oh, we're doing this now. All right, that's what it is for the rest of the time. No, but if I'm sure you've all used it at some point. If you don't remember it, that's fine. All you need to remember in the upper left-hand corner, you put your name, teacher name, subject, date. This one kid turns in an essay, and he wrote next to my name in pen. He wrote, "No wife." Like it was accurate, but it was mean. And he did it in red pen, like he was grading my loveliness. Didn't appreciate. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. No, it was. But I read the essay, obviously, and based on what I read, when I gave it back to him, I wrote next to his name, "No future." With that in purple glitter pen, just to confuse him. It was expensive. Didn't know how much those cost. Too much, it turns out, is how much. I don't know. He's right though. He's right though. I don't have a wife. I did used to be married, and here's all you need to know about that marriage in one sentence. I got you. We didn't have sex till our wedding night. Y'all want to know the reason I do comedy? Is so that I can feel what happens to a room when I say that sentence. just all the oxygen leaves. Everyone's like, that's weird, and why did he tell us? And then there's like one or two couples who are like, we did that too, should we not have done that? Is that the wrong way to do it? I was a preacher's kid, I got bad intel, you know? I will say that one time though, that one first time though, was like extra special and extra intimate, and I'm obviously lying, it was a disaster. Like, you can't make your dick ride the bitch for 24 years and then start it in the championship. You know? It's gonna get the yips. And it did. In a big way. By which I mean a small way. It's alright. Upper medium on a good day. Don't worry about it. It's fine. That's more than you needed to know. But that's what I said anyway. Did I lose you? Is it over? Is the show over? We got another, like, a little bit to go. But that's alright. No, I don't know. It was, you know, it was a whole thing. I made an even better decision after that. I dated another teacher at my same school. Yeah, correct response. Y'all nailed it. It was not. Well, our story does have a happy ending, though. We broke up and she went to a different school, so that's pretty much fairy tale at that point. Like two teachers dating, just not even just same school. Two teachers dating, it's like a specific energy, you know. It's not bad, but it's a little weird. It's kind of like you're both in this weird like reality that no one else is in. Is that? Yeah. It's like, okay, like if you're having trouble like making sense of that, like it's kind of like it's similar to like two people with Android phones dating. You know, like there's room in a relationship for one. You know, you can't both not know about the green. You know, you can't both be fucking up the group chat like that. We're trying to like put hearts on shit. You know, I don't want to see Jim loved miss you guys. Okay? That's nothing for me. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you have an Android phone. And I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Everybody in the group chat hates you. They said it with me. People said hates you with me. That's how universal this shit is. Just get an iPhone like an adult and let's all move on. I just realized I have friends here who have Android. The group chat is fucked. So I never respond. All right. After that relationship was a little Android-y, but it was fine. I got on the apps after that. The app's kind of fun. Unpopular opinion. To be fair, I'm a dude on them. I'm not dodging dick pics left and right. I get it. It's a different thing, but it's kind of, I don't know. You can have some fun with it. Like, although one note, real quick, travel does not count as a personality. There are so many people who just say something about a passport, and I'm like, I don't care. Like, it's cool that you travel, but like, just because you go to cool places doesn't make you a cool person. That makes sense? Like, I get, like, you ate like whale penis in Kuala Lumpur. That's great, but like, you still listen to Imagine Dragons, Jessica. You know what I mean? Like, you're rich and you have free time. That's all I learned about you. Or you're hoping I'm rich and I'll take you on that side. It's a lot of fun. I like what people put in their profiles. There was like, I matched with someone one time, and they had in their profile said they are, quote, fluent in sarcasm. So interesting response, all right. So I was like, all right. So I responded to him. I was like, hey, I think what you wrote in your profile is really funny and original. All right, some of you are one step ahead of me, all right? Let everyone else have fun too, okay? She responded and she was like, thanks, LOL. And I responded, I was like, so not all the way fluent. She did not find that funny at all. Instant unmatched. It's game over right away on that one. I don't know. People, there's just, I don't know. There's like, one thing I like is there's like sentence starters, you know? So one of them is like, a random fact I love is, and I matched with somebody and their profile said, this is, just keep in mind, as I say, that this is an adult human, all right? This is an adult human who's putting their best foot forward to say, I am someone that you should consider spending your life with, okay? And this is the sentence that was on their profile. A random fact I love is candles. Did you fucking hear me? A random fact I love is candles. This is a person who does not know what a fact is, or does not know what a candle is. Either way, it's a problem. That's not for me. I'll pass. But, I don't know. I'm making it sound like I always have the upper hand. Like I mess it up too. I matched with someone one time, and we were like kind of talking a bit. We hadn't gone on a date yet, but like we were kind of going back and forth a lot. She sent me a picture one day and just was being like self-deprecating, I guess, and she was like, "Ugh, I look like a little Swedish boy." And I don't always make the right decisions how I respond. So I said, "Sexiest little Swedish boy I've ever seen." Didn't go over well. The police came to my house. Actually, what happened? They have way too much access, it turns out. So the apps were getting a little, but they were getting a little frustrating. So I decided to do it, old-fashioned. I went to a bar with some friends to try to meet people. I went alone. And I saw someone sitting in the bar. She seemed to be just kind of alone, doing her own thing. She was just messing around on her phone. I was like, all right, let's just go say hi. Worst case scenario, she's not into it, walk away, it's all good. So I walk up to her, and I was about to talk to her, and then I saw over her shoulder what was on the screen of her phone. Do y'all have any idea what it feels like to watch someone swipe left on you? I was like, surprise! She ran. A lot of police situations. No, but I did then was like, nope, real life is not how we do this. That's not good. So I got back on the apps, and I did meet someone and got, was in a relationship. And it was one of those relationships where the attractiveness level didn't go, it didn't match up. I was just so much hotter than her. I don't like that you laughed right away. Could have used a delay on that one. It's not usually how jokes work, but it would have been nice in this case, honestly. I don't know. I know where I'm at. You know what I mean? I know kind of where I am. That you match with me on a dating profile or on an app, and you show your friend, and your friend goes, "Aww, I love him for you." If you're real, super, really, really hot, right? You show your picture, you match with that person, you show the picture of your friend, she goes, "Girl, I don't trust him." I want to be I don't trust you hot. That would be amazing. I'm at the level where if I try and do a thirst trap, it comes out looking like an about the author photo. Which is not bad in and of itself, but it's not what we're going for. It's some kind of victory in a way, I suppose. No, but she was, it was you were right to laugh. Immediately was the other way around. She's totally, out of my league in terms of looks, in terms of having a heart capable of giving and receiving love. That was more me. But I'm bitter, but I'm quick. It's back to the looks. It's fine. No, she was out of my league, and I can prove this objectively. All right, I was substitute teaching one day, and kids were doing their packet or whatever that their real teacher gave them, so I don't have to do anything. And by the way, substitute teaching is basically like being an uncle. It's like a fun uncle, there's rules and stuff, but you don't give a shit. You're just gonna go make them like you, make them care about you, and then leave after 1 or 2 days, and then their real parents deal with the consequences. It's uncle teaching, is what it is, and I actually kind of love it, to be honest. It's amazing. So anyway, I was substitute teaching one day. And kids are doing their thing. I was walking around. This one kid, I was sitting with his friends. He was like, "Hey, Mr. Will." He called me Mr. Teacher. He didn't know my name. But in the story, I like to say Mr. Williams because it reminds you I have a name. He was like, "Hey, Mr. Jonathan Williams." Mr. Williams called me on Instagram. He's like, "Hey, Mr. Williams, do you have a girlfriend?" I was like, "Yes, I have a girlfriend." And he was like, "Can we see a picture?" I was like, I'm pathetic, I'll flex on a 12-year-old, why not? I wasn't cool when I was in 7th grade, I can be cool now. So I showed him a picture, all of them immediately in unison at the same time were like, "Bullshit, Cap, no you're not. No, you ain't got the Riz, no. Skibbity toilet," I didn't know It was. Some people super got that, and some people didn't get that at all. Like those are, one of them's a word, one of them's not. Don't know why they went together or why they were said by you at all. No, but I was like, all right, and they were like, it's not just that they didn't believe it, they were like mad at me. They're like, how dare you try and sell us this lie, you pathetic motherfucker. And I was like, all right, fair, I get it. So I showed them a picture of us together. I've never seen a more confused group of children in my entire life. Like there was, you know, okay, those of you who are teachers, you have, if you've done it for a while, you have figured out like when they're being mean and when they're not, right? This one kid was not being mean, I promise you. But he looked at me and said, are you like really good at something? Appreciate that. I was like, nothing we can talk about for sure. Also not that. It hurt because it wasn't me. It's like, that's the real, he was just trying to wrap his fucking head around it. They get a lot more intentional. I had this one student, Chloe. I never asked her opinion once at any point in all of my having her as a student, but she was very, very generous with her opinions about my clothes. Each and every day, she had thoughts, all right? And her criticism was not constructive. Right? She told me one day that I looked like a hot girl's gay best friend on the Disney Channel. That is a next level roast from a 12-year-old little bitch. That wasn't even her bet. She just walks up to me one day and just goes, American Eagle 2010. And just turned around right away. She was like down at the other end of the hall, and I was just like, which part? She goes, all of it! You're a witch and a bitch. That's mean to say it twice. All right, it's fine. I don't know. She pushed me over the edge one day, though. Chloe did. I was just having like not a great day, not her fault, but she came up to me and she like wasn't even creative that day. You know, she just goes, Mr. Williams, your fit isn't working. And I was like, Chloe, neither is your eating disorder. Some fucking clearly white dude, just from the voice, said, I liked it. I don't like it. You shouldn't like it. It's a bad thing I did. You need to reflect. It looks like you're with someone. Y'all need to like talk later. I can't see like what the deal is, but like it's a thing that needs to happen. We need to talk about it. Speaking of white guys, by the way, I appreciate you guys coming out to my all-white Juneteenth special. I appreciate that. That's on me. That's on me. That was a mistake. I didn't do, you know, I saw a number, 619. It's federally new. You know what I mean? It's not a new holiday, but it's new and like, okay, it doesn't matter. The point is I fucked up. And, you know, you got what you got. So you're here. And we're doing it. Okay. You know, kids all have Chromebooks now, and or some variation thereof. And I think probably those of you teachers definitely know what Chromebooks are. I think probably most of y'all know what a Chromebook is, but like just in case you don't, I'm gonna let you know like a good way to understand what a Chromebook is. It's just like imagine like a laptop, but broken. That's what that is. That is the only advertising that would not be a lie. They're getting away with murder on that one. It's a disaster, these things. And it's not just because they break all the time, which they do. It is like you can't keep up with what they're doing. There's like software to kind of monitor them, but they get around it. They're smart. Like I give my students independent work one day, so I didn't have to talk to them. And that's the secret. That's why we do that. That's not. It has nothing to do with teaching. It's a break. That's what it is. So. Anyway, yeah, so I was walking around while kids were doing their thing. This one kid, I was walking toward him, like, I guess he didn't really see me coming, because when he saw me, he looked up, eyes went wide, clicked really fast, slammed shut his Chromebook. Just, like, you could hear it in the room. I was like, all right, very subtle, great. So I went up to him, I was like, by the way, because I like reasons to not have to deal with it. You know what I mean? And, like, do your shit and make me not catch you. That'd be better. I prefer that. But he slammed it. Everyone heard it. I had to go. So I went up. I was like, all right, what are you doing there, Aiden? They're all named Aiden. Just all of them. Just every single, no exceptions. Just a sea of Aiden stretching to the horizon. You have to like figure out a way to like tell them apart so that when you say a name, they're all going to turn if you say Aiden. So you have to like figure out. So I had one kid who was like super flamboyant, called him Gaiden. And the non-binary kid was Vaden. Korean kid was obviously Asian. And the black kid was Jaden, but that was just his name. Alright, shouldn't have been that. Sometimes you know when you say it anyway, you know? No. But that day, the one I was talking to was just a plain old Caucasian. There's so many of those. So I flipped open this Chromebook. It was just the Google screen, nothing else. Just said Google. I was like, oh, okay. I'm gonna show you a little magic trick, buddy. And I did. And this magic trick is called Control-Shift-T. You know Control-Shift? All right, so marriages are going to be tested tonight. You're going to want to be first to the computer when you get home. Because what Control-Shift-T does is it opens all your most recent tabs. Well, you're up. Were you looking around? You're like, don't fucking leave and go do the thing. I will watch you go. I don't know. I actually want to know. What were you doing? What was that? Yeah, no, everyone's getting worse than this, 100%. This is, I ruined so many lives just in like 2 seconds. I don't know, like the internet's a big place, you know what I mean? We all get curious, like not everyone needs to know about that. Anyway, so good luck with that. But I did this for Aiden a few times, found some interesting stuff. The first thing that Aiden had Googled was boobs. And I'm going to tell you what, the adult content filter in my school, not effective. His search was successful. It was tits for days. So I scrolled through a little bit. Like, Mr. Williams, what are you doing? I was like, I'm gathering evidence, motherfucker. You must know, Aiden. That was the first thing. That one that makes sense. Okay, not allowed at school, but we get it. The 7th grader googling boobs. Like this is not a shocker for anyone. It looks like the shocker, but it's not a shocker for anyone. Never said that before. Don't know why I did. No, but don't say yes. But also no, I think so. That was all right. But no, so like that made sense though, right? That we can wrap our heads around that. The other thing that Aiden had Googled, a little more confusing, he had Googled Viagra. Now, I'm not sure if y'all remember 7th grade or not. If I remember correctly, not a big problem. If anything, I could have used like 220 milligrams of, oh God, please no, not right now, future. Been helpful. Got to do book reports, you know? That's right in front of the room. Pushing down your pen. Okay. But what the fuck was I even talking about? I lost it. I said the shocker thing and I lost track of everything I was doing. Boobs. Thank you. Boobs. Okay. That one's actually over. So that's great. That's good how we're doing that. I think that parents, like one of the things that happens in education is where like parents, all right. You should absolutely love your kid unconditionally, no question. But you cannot expect other people to love your kid unconditionally. Like, our love for your kid is super conditional. Like parents just think you're supposed to like care the same level. You know, like here's the sort of case in point of this is gender reveal parties. You ever been to a gender reveal party? If you've thrown one, please don't tell me. I want to continue to respect you as a person. But no, these things, just think, like, I think probably most people know what they are by now, but just in case you don't, it's like a baby shower type thing. You're supposed to bring a gift, I never do, and towards the end of the party, you get like, there's different ways to do it, but like you can get like a confetti cannon, and you shoot out the confetti, blue it's a boy, pink it's a girl. And everyone's like, yeah! We figured it was probably one of those. Like, it gets complicated later, but like, for now, mostly pretty cut and dry. There are exceptions, very few though, you know? And it's just like who, you know, we all just, no one cares. You know? But I do think there is a way to make these, parties better. Right? I think you have the exact same party, the exact same baby shower energy, but then at the end you do the cannon, and the confetti comes out and it's green. It was like, green, what is going on? Is this an alien? Like, what are we doing? And then that's when you say, we're keeping it! That's all I had. I don't have to explain red. Yellow is just when a Supreme Court justice dies. Why is that the one that got you? Fair enough. We were, I don't know, kids are. We were down on the baseball field one day for recess. When kids are running, like we do sometimes, kids are running around doing their thing. All, you know, freaking out, and I hear sort of in my peripheral area a bunch of people laughing, a bunch of kids laughing, which is normal, but it's really loud, right? So I turn and I see a group of kids from my homeroom, like 5 or 6 of them, all laughing, looking in the same direction. So I trace their sight line to the infield of the baseball field, where drawn, nay, chiseled into the dirt, is the most beautiful and massive picture of a dick I've ever seen in my life. Like, it was good, do you understand? They did a good job. This was a group, this was not one person. This was a group of kids who did this. Like, there was probably like a blueprint, maybe some light scaffolding. Like, they did a good job. I feel like you're not getting it. Like, there were hairs in places that felt like my heart. In the vein. Oh my God. I didn't know how much I cared. Elegant and serpentine like a mighty river. Are you guys listening? This is poetry. I worked hard on this. This is a hard on. All right. There's so many more details. I'll spare you for now. The head was just the right. Okay, it doesn't matter. All right. I'll spare I'll no more description, but the story's not quite over, right? So I saw this, and it was my first year teaching. If it had been any other year, I would have laughed and walked away. But it was my first year. I panicked. And what I did next will haunt me for the rest of my life. I turned to a group of 12 and 13-year-old children whose safety, well-being, and education are trusted in me by God in the state of North Carolina. And I said, come help me rub it off. Court is next month. How that played. I feel like we're friends at this point. Can I share like a sort of vulnerable, a little bit traumatic story with them? Is that okay? Yes. Okay, cool. You say that now. No. So yeah, like this is something that happened recently. I just kind of want to like talk it out in front of a group of people I don't know. And so like a week and a half ago, I actually was in a really scary situation. I had a gun pointed at me. But it's okay, I changed my mind. All right. Did you guys wish I had done it, or like I can? The gun's still in my classroom. I can go get it. Like it's. All right, we don't like that one. We big time don't like that one. All right, that's fine. It's a risky joke, you know. It's fine. Are you still like you still gonna stay? Okay, it's fine. We're gonna keep doing it. Now is a weird time to tell you I'm a dad. Green confetti and everything. We talked about red, but it was, we settled it. All right. I'm like a dad, like for real though, like legal and everything. Like the courts aren't trying to take her or anything. Like it's good. I love my daughter very much. She's amazing. She's 11 years old. I love this kid so I would die for her. Like I don't super want to hang out with her, but like I would die for her. Like I don't want to play goldfish to go fish for even half an hour, but eternal darkness, yeah, I'll take that. That's fine. Like I'll do that for her. Never said that before, so that's you can tell. That's fine. I don't know. No, she's great. She's kind of a dick though. I love her very much, but she's got Chloe energy. Honestly, she's already said some shit about my clothes. It's not nice. It's never nice. I give my. There's a dance recital, right? I've gone to a few dance recitals now, and who has kids in here? You have kids? Okay. All right. So at least a few of you have been to a dance recital. You probably maybe did dance recitals for other nephews, whatever, nieces, whatever. There were a couple boys, but so what if you've been to one is they're the worst thing. They're the worst thing that has ever happened. They are 100,000 hours long. And they have age groups from 3, which are they're bows with shoes on. They are there to be laughed at. It is clearly what they intend. They wouldn't dress them like that if you weren't supposed to laugh at them. And then it goes from 3 all the way up to 18. And they stagger it out, so you can't just go watch your kids' part. You gotta watch everybody. 3.5 hours, no shit. It's a nightmare. All right. And I got the stuff that the high schoolers are doing. I respect it. It's cool. It's artistically valuable. I get it. I shouldn't see it. It is not for the eyes of an adult man. I should not be in that room. I shouldn't. The stuff they're doing, it's like fancy twerking is the only way I can describe it. It's that's fine, but I shouldn't be here. That's all. And you see all these dads filming sweating bullets, just Sharon, I don't want to be doing this. I don't want to film this. Can I please not? Anyway, it's funny. So my daughter was there. She's good, and afterwards I went up to I gave her flowers and I hugged her. I was like, "You're so amazing," and I'll never forget how she shoved me off of her and was like, "I have other friends." That is a direct quote. And I was like, first of all, I don't know who told you we were friends. She gave that keychain you gave me for Christmas that you were super sure I would like. This is #1 dad. You don't get me at all. You don't know what. Okay, to me, all right. No, I love her. I love her very much. It's good. She actually she's not. I said she's a dick. She's not just a dick. She's it goes beyond that. She told me, she walked up to me one day, just recently, randomly in our house. I was in the kitchen. She comes up to me, looks up at me, and goes, "Concealing emotions is an art form." I have slept with the light on every night since. She is going to kill me. I'm pretty sure. That's a horrifying thing for any human to say, much less an 11-year-old. Terrifying. I don't know. I used to have a roommate. What if that was the whole thing? I used to have a roommate who, for a few years, for 3 years, who also had it. We both had a kid, and we were living together at the same time. And what I'm going to tell you now, you're straight up just not going to believe me. It is true. I'm going to tell you something that is 100% true. You're not going to believe me, but that's okay. It's true. All right. So our 2 kids. First of all, his kid was the devil, but that's a separate issue. Our 2 kids were born on the same, not just the same birthday, born on the same day. And my daughter's name is Nora. His daughter's name is Zora. That's real. That's actual real life. right? And so and sometimes, and I was in that, we were to get, that particular sitcom that we lived in should not have been renewed for a second season. And it went 3 seasons. It was not good. But it wasn't all bad. We would go out and sometimes we would do stuff all 4 of us, right? We would go, whatever. And people made assumptions. And us too, them too, And I gotta say, this may not be a very popular thing to say, but I was horrified by that assumption, the idea that the 2 of us would have kids with rhyming names. It's perverse, unnatural. It's an abomination to God and man. Y'all thought I was going somewhere else with it. No, I'm not hateful. Jesus. No, we already talked about him briefly. It's good. Something fun that happens, people who have kids, you'll know this. Something fun that happens when you have a kid is people without kids will try and give you parenting advice. Well, ever had that experience? That super duper fun experience? Especially millennials. I don't know why it is, but I was talking to someone one day, he was like, listen man, I'm gonna help you out. What I do with my dog, I was like, I'm gonna stop you right there. Having a kid, having a dog, a little different. And this dude had the audacity to say to me, oh yeah? How's it different? I was like, oh, how's it different? And I couldn't think of how it was different. He won. He won. He walked away, and as I drove home in furious rage, I thought about it, and I did figure it out. I figured out what I'm pretty sure is the biggest difference. I'm going to ask him, what do y'all think the biggest difference is? But you call it out. What do you think?
They live longer.
Which one? Hopefully the kid, right? All right. Come on, don't be shy. One doesn't talk back, okay? That's true. That's a big difference. That's not the biggest difference. That's a really big one. That's any other thought?
Don't have to walk.
Don't have to walk. Which one? Because I don't do either. One what? One uses a toilet. Which one? Definitely found out only one is supposed to go in a cage. That's tough. That was a difficult situation. No, but the biggest difference is that the stakes are higher. Your dog, I don't want to get too dark, but I'm gonna. Your dog dies, that is very, very, very sad. Devastatingly sad. It is, truly, obviously. I've had a dog die, it's awful. But nobody's asking questions. Doesn't work the other way. Cops can't come to your door and they'll be like, what happened? You're like, I'm not really sure, Just kind of came home and there he was. He was 13. He's getting up there, there's some Hershey wrappers on the ground. All right, we're at kind of a point where I can start winding down, or I can do some of my darker shit. Darker shit? Okay. All right, we'll do that. I feel like y'all are cool. So I was at work back when I used to have a real job, and I was in teaching is not a real job. It's harder than a real job. So I was in the break room, and there was a cake on the table. It was just a cake, didn't have any no happy birthday, none of that stuff, no names. And there was another teacher in there, and I was like, hey, who's that cake for? And they were like, I think you mean, for whom is that cake? I was like, I did not mean that. That's psychotic. I would never even imagine saying that. I was a language arts teacher, and I would never say that. That is fucked up. You're a serial killer if you say that. That's not good. And he was like, sorry, I'm a bit of a grammar Nazi. Why are we so chill about that phrase? That is a super, super casual way to call yourself a Nazi. You know, like, and especially now, like, you say that in public, you might make some friends you didn't want. People are bold now. I don't know, but it's always seemed like such a weird thing to me. It's like one thing if it's one thing if you're trying to be shocking, but I feel like people, whenever they say it, they're trying to be cute. Like, I'm a bit of a grammar Nazi. Don't mess up your subject-verb agreement, or we're gonna have to send you to conjugation camp. Don't say yikes that loud. You know, like, I have feelings. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I just feel like it's such a weird thing. It's like, can we apply this to just like everything? Like somebody says, I think spiders are the scariest insects. You're like, whoa. Spiders are not insects, they are arachnids. Sorry, I'm a bit of a biology rapist. It's not that different. Think about, like, spend time thinking about it later. Think about how different it is. Not that different. Like maybe 1 degree. No, it's worse. I don't know which. It's not different. Is the point that I'm overall making here. And I don't know. Do we? Okay. One thing I want to say. Once again, let's give it up again for Jerry and Jason. This is the annoying part towards the end of the show where I'm gonna like say stuff that's not jokes. It's just sort of like, here's how you can help me like get slightly more famous. Like that's like, so something that like genuinely like super makes a huge difference is following us, me and them on Instagram. I'm Mr. Williams Comedy on Instagram and any of the social media, TikTok, all that. Jason is King Jason Allen, which is a pathetic name, but it's what he chose. And Jerry, I'm so sorry, buddy. Look up Jerry. No, it's good. But and also I have a couple stickers that I sell after the show. If you want to, by the way, come say hi. Whether you're going to buy a sticker or not, please come say hi at the end. I have one that's like a little name tag and it says they're all named Aiden. That's kind of fun. And this one, none of you are going to buy because you fucking hated this joke. But it says, it's okay, I changed my mind. That's very niche. It's for the darker among us. It's fun. It's for, yeah. You have. It doesn't have to be about that, by the way. This can mean whatever the fuck you want it to mean. So anyway, I'm selling those. Pay what you think they're worth. If you give me $1, it's gonna hurt my feelings, but that's fine. You know, I take Venmo, all the cash. I can't do cards. Anyway, point is, we're almost done. Have you guys had a good time tonight? I just have one more little thing to share with you guys. I talked about my daughter already, obviously, and y'all are still wondering if it's legal for me to have her, but that's fine. No, she really is like she's my little home. Like I love her so much, and we not too long ago we went to Carowinds, right, the theme park in Charlotte. And this was actually a couple years ago, and she is like freakishly tall, like way too tall for her age. Like I'm kind of worried about it. But it's like she's tall enough that she could ride when she was 9 years old. She could ride all the rides, like all of them, all the roller coasters, everything. And so we went. I kind of didn't know what to expect. I was like, I don't know, this might be a weird day. We might not have fun. We might just do the kiddie rides, whatever. It's fine. We did all of it. She loved it. We did all the roller coasters. Had a great time. Fantastic, super fun day. We get to where we're about to leave. And we go to the biggest roller coaster in the place. It has like a 400-foot drop. It's like this huge roller coaster. And so we get in line. It's July. It's like 100 degrees outside, and there is a super long line. But she really wants to do it. And we waited in line for 90 minutes for this roller coaster. 90 minutes. All right. She's super chill the whole time. Super excited. We finally get to the front. We get in the little car. She starts freaking out. She's like, I don't want to do it. I was like, we're fucking doing it. We waited in line for 1 hour and 1/2 of 1 hour. We are doing the roller coaster. And when the employee comes out, he's like, "Sir, is everything okay?" I was like, "Yeah, no. This is just how she expresses excitement. It's like a Montessori thing." Like, it did not work for him. He was like, "No, sir, we really can't. We really can't make her ride the roller coaster." And I was like, "We can." I'm her dad, she's strapped in, push the button. Like, I'll sign whatever later. I don't care. I don't care at all. He's like, "No, we really can't do that." And I found something inside of myself that day that I did not know that I had. And that is... That's a fan. Was that you again? Oh, okay. But the thing I found inside of myself that day was my inner Karen. Didn't know it was in there, but it is. It turns out. I made myself big. I was like, "I am her father. I demand to speak to your supervisor." The dude's like, "I make $6 an hour." Yeah, fine, whatever. Like, he walks off. The supervisor comes out. He's like, "Mr. Williams." I was like, "Aiden, damn it!" Guys, I'm Jonathan Williams. Thank you so much.